What's up, wonderful people of YouTube? We are back again with another camo video. Episode 2. We're taking a different approach this time, no longer with the T1 Heavy. We're here with the AMX Chaffee and 4 E25s, all set up very differently, and all set up very differently in order to find out, do different perks and maybe even camo paint have an actual effect on your vehicle. Similar to the previous video, I'm here to explain exactly what it is that's going to be going on. So we're on highway. I'm going to be in the AMX Chaffee, sitting up at the top of a hill, looking down the road, and we're going to have 4 E25s rolling up the hill. The idea is to see how it is in open cover, how tanks are different in terms of their camo values based on camo paint, perks, everything like that, as well as the actual vehicle itself. We all know the E25 is very good for its camo rating. One of the reasons why we used it is you can see quite a big difference, and it's easy to see how camo perks and paints and everything actually has a difference on a tank, which is why we actually ended up using the E25 as their primary vehicle. So without further ado, we're going to be going through the whole testing phases. We're going to be going through with, specifically, this is the actual breakdown. What we're going to have is completely stock E25, no paint, no perks, no nothing, literally as is. The next one we're just going to be having a look at camo paint. So again, no perks, no equipment, just camo paint as being the only variable. Then we start moving on to things where it gets a bit interesting. We're using 2 E25s, both with camo paint, and primarily the difference between the two and what you'll see is silent driving. This has been a very big kind of thing that when we went through, we actually saw quite a big difference in terms of its overall ability to hide in a bush. Now bearing in mind the E25, when it is fully kitted out with camo perks, everything related to camo paint and all that, proxy spotting is the only way that you're going to see it if it's not already fired. Very good. But you will see towards the third and fourth test, the differences between the two are going to be silent driving, and at the very end I will show you with the tanks as they will all be laid out and exactly where they were spotted. I'll drive down and I will show you the differences in actual distance between the tanks and how much it actually changes things. And again at the very end you will see a little like drop down guide, so to speak, of each tank individually and where it was they were spotted and what kind of perks they had with it. So without further ado, here we go. The first test that we have now is Kempingskreb in the 25. This is the completely stock variant tank, and there he is, spotted nigh on straight away from quite a distance away. When it is that the measurement comes through, and I will pop it on because what we did was had the tank come forward up to a point where it's spotted, then roll back, and then doubly checking when it was that he actually got spotted by measuring to the furthest point forward, which in these cases will be the turret. And you can see 326 meters. That is from the point at which I'm able to see his turret. And from there we'll now move on. FormulaZR. The difference here, the camo paint only, no perks, no equipment, same process. He'll be rolling up the road ensuring not to hit, and again 311 meters is the spotted range to the front of his turret. Making sure that we do go back and forth, so we try and make sure that the actual meter range is the same, doing a few every now and then. So he'll roll back to like 312, 313, stop moving, and then wiggle his tank, see if it's spotted, then roll forward. That was one of the ways in which we tried to make sure that the tank itself is definitely spotted at the range we're given. Next one we have Mule, and again lots of perks this time, along with the actual camo paint option on the E25. Rolling forward, ensuring that we're making sure that he's actually detected at the point we know he is. Rolling back undetected, rolling forward again, and then gets redetected. This time 270 meters, so we can already see there's a very big jump in when it is that people are being detected with standard, with camo paint, and then with your actual perks themselves. It does make a very big difference, and you will see when you actually get to drive down how much of a difference. Efrideet with the silent driving, which is just unbelievable how close he's able to get. Now the E25 is quite a very overpowered tank, especially hidden behind a bush, but as you can see 232 meters out in the open is not exactly something which is very far away. It is within spitting range of me and he can detect me, and I can't see him until there. This is an AMX Chaffee. Admittedly it's all stock, but you can imagine what's going to happen with that tank behind cover. So finally, here's the bonus. So what I will be doing is driving down in the AMX Chaffee. We're going to see exactly where people are, so you can have a view of differences between a tank with all the perks, all the camo perks, paint and everything, against one that is stock, and see how much having those will help you in the game. Now again, this is out in the open, not in a bush, but it still makes very, very interesting. Here we go, 232 meters, and already you can see that's quite a big gap opening up between what is effectively first and second place. 270 meters. Mule. Again, that is the camo paint and quite a lot of perks. Moving on to camo paint only Formula 311. And finally, but not forgetting Krebs, who's been sat there patiently all game. 326 meters for a stock tank. That is unbelievable. Almost 100 meters difference, and that's just out in the open. Who knows what would have happened if they were actually in a bush. I can tell you something, proxy spotting. That's the only way you're going to see an E25 that doesn't fire. But then again, an E25 won't fire. He'll always be there, taking pop shots. Them 132 alpha, let's have it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I will be dropping some more down, and that's it for this one in particular. If you did enjoy, don't forget, leave some feedback and let me know if it was all good in the hood. Cheerio.